everybody.
Hi, everyone.
It's us again, Twin Flame Tribe. I'm Stella.
And I'm David.
So, following up on our last video. So, this video is now that I know what a twin flame is, now what? Now what do we do?
Yeah.
Now, let's say you've actually met your twin flame
Mm-hmm.
and you are in the full expression of it, right? You're caught up in the energy. It's a whirlwind. You have this recognition, two souls between each other. Now, what do you do with it?
And now, how do you survive with it?
Yeah, I think one of the words that I would really like people to focus on for the twin flame is activator.
Absolutely.
Activation. So your twin flame basically means you've met your activator. Now what do you do? And when we got into the energy centers and the dumping in the expression of the emotions that the body was hosting, right, and mirroring in the other person, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah,
Right?
and it's a difficult thing sometimes, particularly as we said in our last video. Twin flames can bring love and compassion, or they can bring chaos into your life.
They can invite fear.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, any of those energy centers, if there's a trauma there that is being suppressed, it's going to come full throttle with your activator, because the activator is there to push it out, right? And to help you clear it. And you are a reciprocation of that for them.
And as that twin flame becomes your mirror, you may see tendencies in that particular person to help you improve yourself.
Yes.
And
It's an invitation.
yeah, it's an invitation, and it's an invitation to learn from your flame what it is you need to work on within yourself.
Yeah. Where is it that you're not expressing yourself clearly? Where is it that you're holding yourself back?
Mm-hmm.
And where is it that your ego is either taken over too far, it's too driven, right? Or where is it that you're not generous enough? All of these aspects come up with a twin flame connection.
Yeah, and they can be sometimes seriously prohibitive, or at other times, no matter how aggravating that person can be, you can't pull away from them, because they're somebody who's trying to show you exactly what it is you need to improve in your own life.
It's correct. The commitment has been made. And the contract has been drawn. So that energy requires that you follow it through. So when you meet your twin flame, the first advice I would give anybody is observe it. Just observe it. I meet people that mirror me, and I try not to overthink it, like even just in my daily life, right? It's like, okay, what is this person teaching me? What is it I need to reflect on, instead of rushing into a bunch of emotions or chemicals?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You stand back in a place of detachment. But if you're already connecting to your twin flame, you need to drop agreements, right? And what is a relationship? It's an agreement of energy.
Between two people.
Relationships are agreements of energy between each other, and at all times, based on the consciousness that you're in, those agreements can change. So when you're dealing with the twin flame, you want to always check in. So communication is
Absolutely
the
key.
most important right? And being patient with that person. David's always really patient with me. I'm a
Yeah,
little
she goes all out nuts sometimes.
anxious, anxiety, right? And he knows how to ground that. Whereas if his energy is kind of
Wonky.
hovering, I can help him push through that, right? Where he's very grounding and stabilizing, and I can be a little bit right now motivating, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? So we help each other. So, number one, you want to always have that communication open. In a world where we're always texting and emailing, that's not good enough.
No,
That's
you
not
need,
good enough for a
no.
twin flame. You both deserve better. All your relationships do. But a twin flame is going to help you communicate and get desired results, because at all times, every time you open your little mouth, your sacred little words are manifesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that particular thing, understanding the vibration is an energy, and that energy is moved from one person to another, which is why texting or Facebooking together is not always necessarily a good thing, and twin flames strive to be together.
Yes, and you want to solidify the intuitive telepathic connection that is naturally intrinsic with each other, because that comes without saying. That is an immediate side effect
Yes, and that
of
happens right away.
of a twin flame connection, right? So
And-
there's going to be this psychic repertoire between the two of you immediately. So you want to strengthen that. You don't want to sabotage it with a bunch of texts. And, if somebody's ghosting you, it could just be a sign that it's not the time
Yeah.
to go into this level of a relationship right now, right? Like, we're too passive with how we allow people to treat each other, right? So there's going to have to be different levels of standards and respect between the two parties.
And trust. You need to have trust between each other.
Trust.
That no matter how difficult the days become, that you two can work through things.
That's right.
That is a very, very important thing to, and why the heavy inflective on communication, right?
That's right. And you want to increase that connection all the time, right? So set up experiments with each other. Like, set up a time every day where you're not necessarily physically together, but you sit in a sacred space in silence and you send each other messages. Or agree that at a certain time every day, specific time, you're both going to send each other images. And how close
Can you get to
can
those
you
images?
get to those images? It's a very good example.
Yeah.
Like,
if you do a doodle and you're trying to connect with the other person, how close is that doodle to what the other person was imagining, right?
that's right. So all those little things, like before they text you, what do they actually say? Right? And my dog is a telepathic communicator right now. Say hello, Neville. Say hello to my little friend. Animals are just beautiful soulmates too, aren't they?
Yeah.
They just make everything wonderful. But for one, I mean, you're setting definitely a high standard with this relationship. And if there's trauma there, be willing to help each other through that. One statement I really love is using trauma as medicine. If a trauma comes out, this doesn't have to be completely debilitating. Everything can be worked through in stages, right? So it's holding sacred space for somebody while they're going through that process, and having that commitment with your twin flame that it's going to be in a very safe, non-judgmental space.
Absolutely. I think that that pretty well says it all.
Well, thank you for turning in.
Thank you for
Subscribing.
And commenting, and please smash that like button.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.